Jerry Taft, Realtor with Mountain Town Properties. I'm based in Invermere, BC, and let's talk about some real estate statistics looking back at May 2025 and so far for the year to date. So for myself, May was an extremely busy month. I was lucky enough to actually have 13 sales. 7 of those were my listings and the balance were representing buyers. So feel really lucky to be that busy, but just because I'm busy doesn't necessarily mean the entire market is busy. So it does go in waves. And looking at this May, we had 58 sales through the Columbia Valley compared with the same time May last year was at 62 sales. So technically down 6.5%. But really, when you look at some of the sales that were posted in early June, there can sometimes be some cutoffs between different times of the month and when things get posted. So pretty much similar to last year. And year to date, we're looking at 224 sales so far in 2025 compared with 214 last year to date. So again, very, very similar. And number of new listings even this May is also very similar to last year with 131 new listings through the month. And but our amount of inventory, the active listings, is actually down a bit from last year. So we're at 451 active listings at the end of May compared with 501 last year. So we're down about 10% for active listings. But I also see that kind of bouncing back. There's people talking about listing. There's definitely are more listings, it feels like, compared to the spring when inventory was really tight. And then the sale price to list price ratio, this percentage is almost identical. Both this May to last May, year to date, we're kind of right around 95.47%, right around 96%. So there's always examples where things go sell for less, but then there's some cases where they go over asking. So the average is about 96%. So on the ground, market activity seems really strong for single family, and it's not just single family in Invermere. We've seen sales in Fairmont and in Columbia Ridge area, in Canal Flats, Windermere, Radium, Edgewater, the whole valley. There's been activity in single family, especially in that $600,000 to $1 million price range. That is sort of the sweet spot for single family. Below $600,000 sometimes needs a lot of work, and over $1 million's been quiet. If it doesn't have lake access, there just aren't a lot of buyers paying $1.5 million for a house that doesn't have a private beach or boat buoy or something. So, there are these segments of the market that are still not seeing a lot of activity, and Airbnb condos, whether that's in Invermere, Radium, Panorama, those are quiet. There just is not a lot of people asking about condos, so they're pretty quiet as well. But we've seen some of the more affordable condos in Radium that you can't do short-term rentals with, that are only for full-time living. Those have been moving, so under $300,000 for condos has been busier, but between that $300,000 and $500,000 price point for condos has been quiet. So there's sort of these segments of the market that are busy and segments that are quiet, and my prediction for June is I think June will be a little slower than May. Last year we saw June was slower as well. There was about 37 sales last year in June. So I think we'll see something kind of similar to that, and then things will probably pick up through the summer, and we could have a very busy fall. I find some years that there's a lot of serious buyers show up in September, and there's not as many new listings, and people are motivated to purchase before the snow flies. So it's a pretty balanced market right now, and I think that overall, if you're buying or selling, it's definitely worth considering looking at all the options. And if you would like more information, I'm happy to help out, and just reach out. Thank you very much.